You want to cough again in there? Hey, Mary, how's it going?
How was Verklempt?
Good. How's your week been?
All right.
We have some special guests in the house tonight.
Yes.
I thought you could introduce them for me.
You don't want Rubin to?
We got the full staff today, y'all. We got producer Julian on the ones and twos.
Yeah.
We got that kid Joey, the
J-Dog.
mad artist.
Ow,
We got
ow.
Mary back from her,
Vacations?
Boise,
I have not been to Boise.
Montana, Idaho, Boise, Wyoming. I don't know what of them Boises.
Charles.
One of them boys.
And of course, me, Rubin, the soul of the podcast.
Yeah.
Today we have so
Mexican
y'all can jump in
cheeses.
anytime you want with any of the things we're talking about. Like if you have if we bring up a topic and you're like, "Whoa, this dude's crazy. He don't know shit about that," and I do, and then jump in, okay? And I believe Elizabeth,
Yeah, that's me.
Ari, from the Texas.
Archive of the Moving Image.
Thank you, Mary.
Sometimes people call it Tammy.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
If you want to shorten
Oh.
that, you can call it Tammy.
There you go, Rubin. You
That's
got
cute.
your
I
little
like that.
handicap
One
there.
of the things I wanted to. That's what I was looking for. What do you call it? You know, the thing.
Is that the word guess?
Acronym.
Acronyms.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Elizabeth's like right here, simpatico. All right, y'all. Joey, are you ready for East?
I'm ready. I got 2 shows going on. I got the studio going on at Good Dad Studios.
Yeah.
And then we have the castle. It's a Techno Dome. They're building a live castle set, like He-Man, the Grayskull castle, and it's all like cyberpunk, like 90s toy counterculture themed. So I have a huge piece on that. It's like a cat Power Ranger and an exploding ball. And
coming down in a comet.
and then we're doing the paste ups in the bathroom. We're kind of me and Julian are kind of known for like
Pasting up
bathroom
this
art.
exploding
It's
ball.
mostly bathroom business.
Yeah, mostly bathroom art.
Strictly
Is
bathroom
that like a
business.
Dragon Ball or what is that like?
It's like a meteor kind of thing.
All right, so it's
You
not
know?
like a Dragon Ball.
No.
What is that
It's
like?
not see-through and shiny and called.
So if I don't collect
dragon.
7 of them, I
Pokemon?
can't call the Great Dragon and get my wish.
Yeah, so that's gonna be Saturday.
Okay.
Okay.
This show starts, and it's a part of Ease Last Night Tour. It's on Bolum.
What time? It's
Bohm.
Bohm.
Bolum.
At the Bolum Art Studio.
Not Gollum.
What?
Bolum.
Yeah, so it starts. I believe it's
B-O-L-M.
from noon. So it starts from noon
to 6.
to 6.
And you're gonna be there the whole time.
Well, I'm gonna be at my studio.
Oh, you're gonna be.
That's
your
at Good Dad Studio, and so our studio is going to be on tour, and I have a whole bunch of art going up there. We have a street art bodega set up, so we're going to have like shirts, buttons, sticker packs, zines, magnets, art. I'm selling, old shoe boxes of
Stickers.
stamps.
Oh, I was confused. I'm
I
not
don't
sure
know.
you're going with that.
Say something cool, but yeah, that's going on this weekend and next, and then Good Dad is having their grand opening party.
Is
that
it both
night.
weekends? It's both weekends.
No,
right?
they're just having their
Oh.
party
Oh.
Saturday night.
My bad. Misinformed. It's my
And that's going to
studio.
be from 6 to 10.
A lot of
And they're going to
people
have like
going on.
live graffiti paintings going on, DJs.
Yes.
And the Good Dad Studios is a great space. It's a huge art complex with like 50 plus artists. There's a big gallery that's going to go on. And then you can just like pretty much just tour all these different artists. And some of the artists are like really good.
I know. Well,
Some of them are bad.
Some are bad.
No, I'm just kidding.
they have a lot of like variation in artists. So like I feel like there's a medium, like every medium there almost. I don't
Yeah,
know.
there's some that do like fabric art, and then
Yeah.
some that do
Oh, that's
like
cool.
more like fine painting, and then some that do like texture
Print making.
Does anyone make paintings with carpets?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
love me
seen
some
that.
carpet art.
I have seen that.
Yeah.
I actually just bought some carpet art on
What?
eBay.
What was Elvis on it?
No, it's
Garfield?
No, it's.
Garfield
I'll
would
show
make
you
it,
later.
right?
It's not any characters. It's just like
Okay.
a.
All right.
What is carpet art?
All right. Do you want to?
Well, I went down this rabbit hole. It's called latch hook kits, and I guess they sold these kits in like the 70s, and you can buy the
I
kits
remember
and make
like
it yourself.
Hobby Lobby and stuff. you could
Yeah.
buy 'em and stuff.
And so you can buy the kits and make it yourself, but then if you search latch hook kit finished, then you can find one that someone's already made.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some like there's Snoopy, there's all sorts of characters. And then
Did you
there's
get the
some that are,
Snoopy
like,
one?
landscapes. No, it's in my watch
So my
list.
friend
Oh, okay,
just
okay.
collects these, and it's big, like so it's just like a normal,
Carpet.
yeah, but it's like
A
yellow
rug.
carpet here.
A little
The
rug.
ocean
pull up
might
the
be
one I bought.
the ocean might be kind of like a plush, a little plush.
We had one in my house growing up. My mom
really?
actually made it. It was various mushrooms.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
the mushroom
Yeah.
ones are worth a lot
I
of
like
money.
that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then
I learned a lot.
I have one of a it's like an owl too. That was made into a pillow.
Oh, okay.
Like a white
That
owl.
sounds nice.
No, it was like the whole thing is like a yellow, like an orange and
Okay,
brown.
alright.
This
kind
is
of
this is
stain.
a
this is
childhood
the
memory, not
one-
blunt wraps.
You know, I'm afraid of white owls. It's cultural.
Are they in your dreams or what?
They're in Beeville.
This is the one that I bought.
That is very sophisticated.
So if you're
That's
listening to this
carpet art,
podcast, it's like a
Yeah,
swirl.
my friend used to collect
and
them back
another
in
swirl
like in the
around a
2000s. Like, I
circle,
wasn't really also
and
kind of
another
young, so I was
swirl,
like,
and
back
then
then I
there's
was.
like little.
And I was like, what the hell is all
little
this
gold
carpet
print?
art?
That's
But
cool.
now
Like,
I'm like,
how big is it?
oh, I get it.
It says
yeah.
it's 44 inches by 25 inches.
Did you get that
Okay.
on Facebook Market?
No, I got it on eBay.
Nice.
She does love the
Oh,
Facebook marketplace.
Facebook
I
Market.
do. It
do.
hasn't been hitting as good for me.
Mm.
Let me find the ones
This
that
dude
I'm
was selling like
watching.
a house for like 200,000, and it was like I
On
guess like
Facebook?
crackheads used to live in it, so it was like
Oh.
completely trash, and everyone was like, "Burn it, burn!" All the like a
Oh,
thousand
wow.
comments.
That's an
This
awesome
carpet
rug.
art is
Oh, that's pretty
Snoopy,
cool carpet art.
on
on
a
a
balloon.
balloon.
A
That's
red balloon.
and
amazing.
it is cute.
Carpet art.
Yeah, there's a dancing Snoopy.
Ruben,
love-
show him your tattoo.
No.
Ruben's
a
a
big
big
Snoopy
we're,
fans.
we're Snoopy fans. So Ruben he got his first tattoo at age
wow.
50.
Snoopy's
And
making
it's
a
like-
comeback lately.
He really
This
is.
is
He
Spike.
really
This
It's
is
not
his cousin.
Snoopy
It's his
vibe.
cousin,
His
but he's in
brother
the
who
Snoopy
lives in the-
family.
Desert in Needles, Arizona.
I think I'm gonna get like I'm gonna get Woodstock. I think that's gonna be
yeah,
my
we
mom's.
should all
plane.
get
That's
it.
my mom's
Spike.
tattoo.
Get him with like a mohawk.
Wait, what kind of Snoopy are you gonna get?
I don't know.
So yeah,
They-
carpet
for
art.
Friday
East, very
13th.
nice. There's a lot of opening parties going on this weekend for the first weekend of East, and yeah, can't wait. We've been putting them on our Instagram. You know, like Cloud Tree. There's a lot of different studios. Or just
Yeah,
We
for
support
sure.
the arts.
we support the arts.
Can I give a shout out to one of my friends?
Heck yeah.
No,
Uh,
course.
My friend Carly Weaver, Grackle House.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Wanna
yeah,
check
we're
that
friends.
out?
She's friends of the pod.
Awesome.
Yeah, we did. She did the pizza box and I
Oh,
did a
nice.
pizza box as
Oh,
well.
awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
for Show Me Pizza.
So yeah, so she always comes in to like the bar that I work, and I give her stickers, and yeah. She's,
Heck yeah.
she's awesome. Yeah, she does some really cool stuff.
Where's her studio?
2nd Street, like
Okay.
Okay.
near Pleasant Valley.
Yeah, her
Okay.
house is gonna be on a part of the East
Oh,
Arts
that's
Night
cool.
tour, and she does these amazing like giant grackles and really
Wow.
cool stuff. She spends a lot of time doing
That
them, like
sounds
just
scary.
very
Intricate. Hey.
precise.
You owe me a
Grackles
coke.
are scary, and that's all I want to bring right
Should we
now.
go right into topics?
Have you ever
Yes.
been attacked by
Let's
grackles?
go into
Have
topics.
you?
Yes, of course, all the time. Animals always attack me. I'm like one of the few people on Earth that all animals agree they hate. It's
One
like,
time I actually
almost
ran
like
over
you.
a grackle.
yeah, but
You need to do a cleanse of
Yeah,
some
you-
sort.
yeah.
You've
Yeah,
got
I'll bring some
What's your
sage
G
next
like?
time.
You.
my friend runs this like off leash park, and man, all them dogs are just trying to eat me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Ruben's
got-
just on the outside, just like angry, watching all these dogs
How
have
many
fun.
times have you got bitten by a dog this year? What's
This year, once.
oh
But
last
in the
year was
last 5 years, 3
last
times.
year was 3. I don't think I've ever gotten bitten by a dog.
I've been bitten by dogs,
You
not
used to
aggressively,
it.
more
Well, I mean,
playful,
like,
but
Those are like the real bites. I've had a couple like this, like little
Nibbles.
Yeah, too, but that doesn't count. You know, Desi.
topics.
Topics. Oh, I'm sad. I'm going into topics because of my dog bites.
You got a topic,
Such
Joey?
a shame.
Yeah. So APD arrested a man on Thursday, and he had a kilo,
Half a kilo.
of fentanyl-laced cocaine
Damn.
and a gun, and it was like a.
I think the
traffic
gun
stop.
Did you
was
see
kind
his
of
mugshot?
expected.
Yeah, he looked rough.
He looked real sleepy for someone who had that much cocaine.
That's the fentanyl makes you sleepy.
Yeah, it does make you sleepy.
512 Fent.
Yeah,
So
he
that's
cut
good
he
it's
cut
off-
too much of the
That's
fentanyl.
good. It's off the streets because it's like, dude. that's
Well,
just
yeah.
Well, this is the first time I've heard of the cops actually busting somebody with fentanyl
Yeah.
in Austin, which is
DPS
I hear more
did.
about it in like
Yeah,
Williamson
but not
County.
APD.
Crazy DPS though.
Williamson County, they like bust a lot more people, like
Oh, for
trying to look
sure.
for like people that are selling like meth and stuff. But
Yeah,
they've
Williamson County,
recently
they're
caught
on-
a lot.
they're-
more
That's
people.
what you
They're on
should
top
cut
of
it
it.
with.
Well,
meth.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Baby
I was like
laxative?
Williamson
that's
County.
how,
What,
that's
you
what they
just-
did back in my day.
might as well just sell Adderalls, dude.
Yeah.
Back in
just
my
Be
day,
an adult.
Yeah,
but that's what they're
get a
doing.
prescription,
Yeah,
bro.
They're getting the meth and they're making the fake Adderall, and they get the fent and they make the fake oxy.
Oh,
But sometimes they mix the two.
That's the whole thing. They press.
You and
because
your
it's
drug
it's
shoes,
more
dude.
it's more it's the
For a
fent's cheap.
sober guy, you really know a lot
Yeah.
about this.
Well,
Your
the
hemp
fence is cheap.
shoes.
One oxy is like $10-15.
Whoa.
Whatever.
Whoa. How do you even know the prices?
I watch a lot of television.
Oh, that Vampire
ID
Diaries, right?
TV, True TV, the TV.
The reality TV
You know,
shows
if
that
there's-
are not
if-
reality.
If there's a woman who's trying to like find her grandmother, and we need DNA tested, we're gonna find it. All right.
What does that have to do with fentanyl?
You got a buddy right here
my
that
God.
needs a
he's
DNA
like,
test.
He's like a crime detective now. He's like,
Yeah, but he's over here not helping his buddy Joey get DNA tests, but he'll worry
yeah,
about
I'm
other
trying to
people.
find my father.
Girl,
here.
there's this like
This
there's
segment is
another
called
Black Widow
Find
nurse
Joey's
in
father.
Pennsylvania. I think she killed like
Oh,
19
I'm just throwing that
patients.
one.
Man, I hate when those. This the worst, isn't it?
The
Like
Steamroller.
evil
a serial killer
nurses?
nurse. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
because
my
that's like the
worst
person supposed to
nightmare.
help you. You know, so you're just thinking,
Oh.
I'm here. I won't get better, and then she's like, "Shh, fool." When I'm
Well,
done.
there was the one. Are you talking about the one? She was stealing the fentanyl, and so then she was giving people saline instead of fentanyl.
No, there's a
Whoa.
new one. They got caught, I guess, in
Oh.
Pennsylvania last week.
Oh,
She has like maybe 18. They don't know how many deaths because they're still trying. They're investigating all these.
All right,
you know.
next topic.
Healthcare workers, am I
Rubin,
right?
This segment was called Rubin's Drug Talk,
Yeah.
Sorry.
sponsored by 1-800-FIND-JOEY'S dad.
So we had an election on Tuesday.
Election.
And I hope
vote,
that everybody
Joey?
voted.
did you
Joey,
vote?
did you vote?
I can't vote. I'm
What?
a criminal.
That's not true.
I have once.
You're a
lazy.
you're a
I
love
didn't
criminal.
Vote. I didn't vote.
You're lazy.
I knew you didn't vote.
I know. I didn't want to. I knew you were gonna bring it up.
I,
I even have stickers that are say "Go vote."
you know what? Next time I'm gonna give you a ride to the polls.
All right,
just
that's what I
love-
need. Just give me a ride.
Yeah.
I feel like the last 2 or 3 times we've covered the election, Joey always
Hey.
gets asked if he votes, but I never get asked, and
Because you're a
We-
kid and we
we
already
know you
know.
didn't
We
vote.
already know.
y'all just think
You're
I'm too
too
young.
busy buying
I'm like
Juul
well into my
pods.
30s.
But you're
I
like
should
from
know
Cuernavaca or whatever, so I don't know what the voting systems are there.
I get a vote.
In Cuernavaca?
Did you vote?
No, I didn't.
better. Yeah.
All right, I'm taking you both to the polls next time. So
Thank
only
you.
17% of Austinites voted in this election.
That's pretty
That's
depressing.
pretty fucking sad.
Boo.
And y'all
But-
are part of the problem.
Look,
I
the
have
Travis
voted.
County
I have
bonds
voted
both passed for the
American
parks
Idol
and the
doesn't
roads.
count.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering.
Can you explain these?
Yeah. Explain.
Yeah.
Well, there's not laws. There's bond issues to raise money to
Fix the
basically.
streets?
Well, Travis.
Maybe?
So there's so many people moving to Austin that a lot of the rural
Rural.
roads,
Rural juror.
rural
Conservatives?
the roads in the country
Country folk.
are like there's like this is massive traffic now. So they're gonna redo certain roads. I'm not the one that goes out to like the convention center where like Sign Bar is. The other one that goes way over here. You know they got to redo these roads because so many people are like now living in suburbs.
You mean MLK? They're gonna redo MLK
Well,
past M1A3?
969.
All the Travis
Really?
County, yeah, because they got to. It's just too much traffic. It's too many people now.
There was like a protest, like art
But it's
show.
even more-
I guess I have
Did
been
you
out
see
there
that?
in traffic,
like
and
right
it
over
does
there.
have a lot of traffic. But I'm just like, I don't know.
But
it's
other
just-
roads, that is that one. There's
People are
like
protesting
there's like
to get it built too. They don't like.
I mean, I
want
get it, but it's
There's
like,
like
it only
5
gets
or 6
congested at one point in the
roads.
day.
that's only one of the many roads they're gonna fix. Also, they want to work on the parks, and they want to like put parks around all the water areas out there in Travis County on the east side to
Yeah.
protect like
the water.
well yeah, but not just that.
Thanks for
but
explaining.
Just
the turtles.
we're just the one. There's been a lot of damming of rivers of late, and
Damn.
there've been, I don't know, there's a million
Well-
people moving here every day. There's no new water.
Well,
It's gonna be a problem soon.
Austin's
We need to do our best to
over
protect
Edwards
it.
Aquifer, so like
Yes.
you know, we have a lot of like natural water resources, and I'm sure they're trying to conserve it.
Yeah,
and
but it
not
also
use
feeds
all.
San Antonio, San Marcos, New
Yeah, I
Braunfels,
know,
and
but-
all these towns are growing exponentially larger. I think Georgetown went from like whatever 100,000 people to like almost 1 million in the last year or two. It's just like insane.
All right, we got to cut off water to like
So
San
it's
Marcos,
important.
Kyle,
I
or
like that
Austin,
slurp
South
when you're talking
Austin.
about water.
Also, so that's one of the good things. You know?
Okay.
What was like
Okay.
Prop 7?
What'd you call me?
Prop 7. What was that one about? I heard somebody say Prop.
I thought you
7.
said
I
something
don't
about
think there's
Building
anything called
7.
Prop 7. They
It
had
was
the,
A and B, wasn't it?
yeah, the props are A
7A?
and B.
A
Bingo.
no.
All right, sorry.
You said that very confidently for someone that didn't vote.
I do my research.
I don't think he did.
He didn't do
said
any
Prop
research.
7.
It was a protest, really.
He didn't
You're
even
making
know.
up
He didn't even know
numbers.
there weren't 6 other propositions.
Do you know if the Texas one to raise the judge age limit, did that pass? Do
I
we know?
didn't check on that one today. I should have checked.
How what is the judge age limit right
They
now?
wanted to raise it to 79. It's 75 right now, right?
I thought it was 65. to
69.
69. But I might be wrong. You might be right.
Oh, is it 65 to 69?
That's what I thought, but I could be
I'm
wrong.
That
I'm
would be
sorry.
cool because they wouldn't be so old.
What do I think is 75 to 79?
Because that's how old you are.
Maybe if somebody makes it to 79, we
I voted
shouldn't
against it. I
punish
feel
them.
like we gotta
By taking away their office.
Judges, all these old judges hate me, and I hate going to court against them. All right, and topics.
Was
Next topic.
that was it for the props? No other props?
Well, the rest was all state amendments.
Oh, okay. We don't care about that. Just
Well,
kidding.
there was a couple that were kind of important.
Okay.
So we so the teachers have been getting the same amount of money since like the 80s, the
Oh,
retirement
yeah,
fund.
yeah, I did hear about
So we
this.
boosted that, and that was really cool.
That's cool.
I think there's like a tax break for childcare, but I'm not really sure how that works, or if it's really going to help anybody. But
Like
we're
if you're
hoping
like
for
Well,
the
it's
best.
supposed to be like if you're a child care business, you get
Yes.
a tax break.
Like you're a freelance babysitter?
No.
I don't know if freelance babysitter is actually child caregiver person, but yeah,
That's child care.
It's like a child that
child
has
care
a
in Austin
child.
is like unfucking believable. Like,
do you mean? Too
it is-
expensive?
It's
crazy,
expensive.
yeah.
Oh.
It's like double rent.
It's
Yeah.
like
Like
sometimes not even
$3,000.
working because it's cost
Jeez.
so too
Yeah.
much to even.
I mean,
Yeah,
if you
they-
can find someone who's doing it for under $20 an hour, you're lying.
Well, and you get what you pay for.
They won't do it for
Yeah.
less than 20 an hour? What do they do?
And no, I'm not. You're getting the basics for 20. Like you gotta like really pay more than $20 an hour.
Yeah.
To get,
Yeah.
I won't even get started on this.
Don't.
Next topic.
Next topic.
Ruben?
That was rough. Just thinking about child care in the state of
He's
Texas.
too overwhelmed.
Um.
Ruben, you got next topic?
Oh, sorry. Y'all.
Go ahead.
I mean, so I don't really have any good topics. I kind of.
Oh,
Uh,
let's skip
What's
him.
new?
So I have the Q2 stadium is going zero waste.
Yikes.
That's a lie.
lie.
So you have to like bring your own glass
What?
to the.
So they're
stadium.
not going to sell $20 cans of beer anymore?
So
No, you
they're
have
just
to
gonna
bring your own
like.
glass.
So they're just gonna have a bunch of
Yeah,
like.
you bring a whole growler with you?
So when everybody
Open
leaves,
your
they're
hand.
just gonna open the
They
door
just
to the possums to come in and eat it all.
I
Or what are
like
they
them.
gonna do? I mean, whatever. Q2, that sounds great on paper.
And the next
Your
topic.
$18 hot dog.
Somebody won $1 million on the Texas lottery in Austin.
Yes.
They don't know who?
Do we know what store
They
they,
haven't-
bought it from?
They have not.
Mob
What
that
store?
gas station, dude.
I don't know. It's your story.
You didn't get the
I
name?
didn't get that far.
You know my notes are at home.
He doesn't read articles.
Okay, I have
Do
a
they have to-
topic.
Oh, I
Go
was.
ahead.
Do they have to reveal who the person is in
No.
Texas?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You could choose to be anonymous, which
Okay.
I feel like most people probably
Like you have
choose
to
to be
hire a
anonymous.
lawyer, and the lawyer like.
Claims it for you.
Well, I lived in Kansas City for a while. In Missouri, they make it public. In Kansas, they didn't. So we would always buy lottery tickets in Kansas.
Smart.
Wow.
Man, I want the world to know. I want to be like
You're
jumping
gonna
on a
get
table.
murdered.
I don't want
Kill me,
anybody to
fool!
know.
Shoot me! I'm fat. Modern science is going to save me with all the money I got.
I got too many family members, dude. They come down on me.
That's the thing. Family, that you like, just
Yeah.
family you didn't even know comes out of the way.
I'd be
take
like,
3
I'd turn
bullets,
around and
maybe
like my
4,
family from
4.
California would be here already. They'd be like, Julian, we heard you won. I'd be like, what the heck? Y'all
That's
fly
the best
here?
thing about my
If I
family.
take a picture with like a dollar bill in it, my family hits me up. They're like, "Hey, can you borrow some money?
Can you break that up?
I saw that you have some money."
I need a quarter.
Yeah,
You're terrible.
my
Terrible.
family is terrible.
I mean,
He's like, thank you for acknowledging. Ruben, you got a topic?
what else was I going to talk about that I forgot to talk
There
about?
was a jugging arrest. Did you see
Jugging?
this?
I did see this.
Do you know what jugging is, Julian?
I know.
I think that's when you like.
No, stop.
No, no.
So it's when you go to the bank and you you go to the bank and you're seen like getting money,
Yeah.
and then they follow you and rob you.
Oh, okay.
It's
okay,
not
okay.
mugging.
That's
it's
not what I was gonna
jugging.
say at all.
Yeah, I was like, I
know.
thought
They
it
also,
involved
like,
the
if
jug.
you like at a gas station and you're using the ATM and they're kind of like just sitting there
Yeah.
looking at you like, oh shit.
So the
Damn.
cops, this is actually an incredible story because the cops were actually like doing something.
About it.
So they were like staking out this bank that I guess a lot of juggings had happened from, and they saw these guys who looked suspicious, and this woman came out of the bank, and the guys followed her, and the cops followed the guys, and before they could even like get to where they were going, these guys are already robbing this lady.
Oh my gosh.
And then the cops came in and like rescued her, which I'm sure she was totally shocked
Yeah.
that someone was helping her.
And then the cops like just showed up too to help her out.
Yeah, but it was these 3 dudes in their 30s, and everyone was
Whoa.
like, "Oh, we thought this was like what high school kids."
Yeah,
were doing.
yeah.
And it's like, no,
No, just
Desperate
losers.
times, desperate people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jugging.
Don't.
So
don't.
just be careful when you're going to the
Do
bank.
not.
Okay.
Thank God I don't go to the
Make sure you go
Thank
to
God you don't have money.
yeah. Money's just stressful. I live off the land
We know.
with
We
my
know.
carpet art.
So there's a, 35 is getting reworked, right?
I-35 plan.
So everybody, so they're saying they went hard recently and threw a whole bunch of lawsuits at the state, saying that
Who's they?
the groups that are against 35.
Okay, thank you.
There's like 5 or 6 of them. Saver Springs is involved with this. The Rewind 35 group. I don't know. There's a bunch of them.
Rethink 35.
Rethink.
35. Thank you. Why did I say Rewind?
Yeah, they were putting up
Was I
like
looking at the,
street
I was
art
like, Vietnam?
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
week. They like you see street art around town on
They
like.
brought one to Cenote.
Oh, really?
wow.
So the movement's happening, and they went hard with some lawsuits saying that the state of Texas didn't do the proper testing to check for the effects on the environment and whatnot. So
Make
they
sure the
can't start-
salamanders were safe.
So basically, they're hitting with some real hard lawsuits to try to get them to stop construction because they've already started,
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully, I think they got to stop, and it's going to go into litigation, and it's going to be a mess.
Yeah, you can't stop TechStop, man.
Nate Paul got 4 more charges.
Oh, really?
Nate
Yeah.
Paul, really?
Yep.
What'd he do?
Is he like in jail?
He's not in jail, but all his assets
Explain
are
who-
frozen.
Explain who Nate Paul is.
Nate Paul owns some company called like World
World Class Properties.
Properties.
Yeah.
I heard about this.
So basically, he like hired Dan Patrick's lover to work for him,
Ken
and
Paxton's
Ken
lover.
Paxton's lover to work for him.
Yeah,
and
the
they,
fact
Mama.
check.
and no, they were doing crazy shit. Like
Well,
Ken
I'll-
Paxton was like basically helping him do these weird, I don't know, whatever. So they're just basically running a pyramid scheme, and he owns all these properties all over Austin, and he bought them on like fake this.
Yeah,
fake
so
that.
all these abandoned buildings around the east side, he like owns, but they're like they can't do anything.
like where
because of,
Weather
like,
Up used to
lawsuit.
be, the one across the street from like Snooze and all that, right there in the corner is always getting spray painted. There's a bunch more, and he's got a bunch of charges. They're all federal. FBI raided him, I guess, maybe 2 years ago, and he hasn't gone to trial yet. Because that's what you do when you're rich. You push the trial back for 100 years, and I guess they hit him with 4 new charges this week,
Good.
Wow.
all federal, of course, all felonies. So this is adding to his riches and his lawyer's riches, but yeah.
My favorite thing about him is people on Reddit pointed out that he was a catfish because he has like a picture on his website of like him, like a professional photo of him, but it's like so photoshopped compared to like what his mugshot looks like.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Like he looks
His
rough.
grinder photo was pretty good.
Oh man, it's so hilarious.
Yeah, you were on there?
So
I
we
was
got
doing
some more
research in
charges,
a roll.
which is great
Yeah.
because we hate Nate Paul, we hate all these. But there's talk.
Talk.
There's
He may
talk.
go.
No,
he may
that
go to
The
jail.
tech boom's over.
Oh, we already
See,
knew that, dude.
No, but American Airlines pulled off what?
Google
14
and
flights?
I thought that happened when Google and Facebook said they weren't going to use their buildings.
No, but now all the airlines are pulling flights.
Well, they're not tech companies.
I know that because there's no reason to come to Austin anymore. Like during the
Oh,
week.
well, I mean, there's plenty of other reasons.
No,
for
no,
it,
I'm just
Austin.
telling you right now, it's already happening. Like there's like all these like nonstop flights to all over the fucking place. The London ones got shut down. The American Airlines pulled a bunch. Delta pulled a bunch.
Well, it could just be the tech bros
Isn't that
don't want to
just-
go to London.
Just because of the construction on the airport, can that have something to do with
No,
it?
they're saying it's because
I think it's because they decided to cancel low traffic routes, but that's just me.
But why are they low traffic?
Because people don't want to go to London.
London does suck.
I'm gonna say this to all y'all, man. Shut the hell up.
I know we want to.
And I'm tired of people dying at the stupid airport too, man. Get your security fucking better.
We already talked about that.
I'm so mad
He's
about
just
that.
What
bringing it
are
up.
you talking about?
There's been some deaths at the airport.
3.
In
They're not
Austin?
safe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
A
Of,
fuel-
like, of
happened?
employees.
A fuel truck ran over an employee like this
Fuel.
week,
Last week.
last week.
Not good.
And then around April, one guy got sucked into a thing.
Into a thing?
Into the plane
The
engine,
turbine.
the turbine.
Oh, and then the other one fell in the grease pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard the guy
someone
that-
fell in the grease trap.
There's a grease pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy with
For
the
all the
turbine, he was
restaurants.
like running around the
Grease trap.
runway with
Where you
a
dump the
red cape.
grease in it. Like they fell.
The guy that got sucked into the turbine, that's just a horrible.
It's because he had a
No,
cape.
Horrible.
I think falling in the grease trap.
I
is
don't think he
worse.
had a cape.
He had a cape.
Why is he wearing a cape?
I know. I just was thinking about the scene in The Incredibles where the villain dies. Thought it would have gone the same way, but I guess not.
That's a sad way to go either way.
Yeah,
It's really sad.
It really
On that
is.
note,
Oh, man. I'm tired of y'all always
I
killing
think
people
we
at the
should go
airport.
right into this interview.
Interview.
All right, so I have a few questions before I'd say anything stupid.
Really.
God damn it.
Should we reintroduce the guest?
What is the mission statement of the Texas Archive of the...
Moving image.
For the common folk.
It's to discover, preserve, provide access to, and educate the community about Texas film. So, we're going out and we're trying to find films and videos that are, in people's houses and basements and in archives where they can't access them. We're digitizing them. Ari's in charge of that. And then we're putting them online so that they can be shared and people can access them and watch them.
Do you guys enter found footage contests?
That would be.
Oh yeah.
We have done home movie days and things like that. I don't think we've done a found footage contest, but we did win the Center for Home Movies GIF contest. I think a couple years.
Okay.
ago. So our Giphy channel is pretty awesome if you to use
Nice.
GIFs.
Okay.
All right,
Oh,
all right,
okay.
all right, okay. So there's this dude who was on public broadcasting kind of like this here in Austin, but in Denton, and he was a weird wizard or something at a garage sale, charging $500. Did y'all find that video? Is that y'all?
No, but that sounds amazing.
Have you heard about that?
Can
I
we-
saw this
I
video.
think I
it was
have
crazy
seen-
found footage.
I
This
think I have
guy's
seen that.
they made a video. It's a garage sale, and it's a Kreshkin type thing, but it's a person, and it's so how much does this cost? And they look at the Kreshkin, woo, $300.
$500.
It's a toaster, $320. I don't know. It's the best skit ever.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I love that.
I just had to bring that one up.
What's the weirdest kind of found footage stuff y'all get, or home movie stuff?
Is there smut?
Whoa, Rubin.
We don't
Easy.
digitize. We're trying to keep the website accessible for fourth graders, so we don't
Oh, sorry.
deal in that. But I don't know. My favorite for home movie wise, we have this great one that's Tom breaks the diving board, and it looks really intentional. He just keeps jumping on this diving board, and then sure enough,
It breaks.
Oh, wow.
and it's never not funny. But other weird ones. PM Magazine was this Entertainment Tonight kind of show, and they have a segment about armadillos and how people were at the time trying to get an armadillo to be the state animal.
Oh
And
yeah.
there's an armadillo wedding, and
I support it.
What?
yeah, and then
That's so
there's-
romantic.
yeah, and the maid of honor is an elephant, and the
What?
groomsman is a poodle or something like that.
This is a dream I had.
yeah.
It sounds beautiful.
Yeah, that's probably one of the weirdest that I've seen.
I mean, we have the Mike Freedom series,
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's that was Austin Public Access, no?
Oh no,
Or
I think it was
like
Beaumont.
oh
Public Access.
Beaumont.
And
what
yeah.
was that?
Yeah, Mike Freedom.
Mike
How
Freedom.
would you even begin to explain
It's
Mike?
a 90s music show. It's got a really awesome
Okay.
intro.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to check it out.
Has
But
a
yeah,
good
public
little
access.
ring. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll
There's
check.
a lot of 90s hacky sack and the big jester
Jester hats.
people would wear
Travis!
back then.
Oh yeah.
For real though.
Early juggalos.
I love it.
Yeah.
Juggalos.
Do people ever ask for old Alex Jones stuff?
I haven't had anybody ask us for that, but we do not have any Alex Jones stuff. I
Because
think
he
No.
started here at the
Oh
here
yeah.
at the
Here?
public.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here at the
Here?
studio.
This is the
This
original
studio?
public.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, this is the original public broadcast studio for Austin. So back when he was starting, he started here.
So all the original,
This room?
Not
the-
this room.
not-
Maybe not this room.
Yeah.
but
You had a
all
better
the,
room
all
than
the
that.
original
Yeah, yeah.
public access Austin shows were filmed here or wherever in this archive.
or edited here.
Yeah.
Like,
Dope.
yeah, El Mariachi, Robert Rodriguez's first movie was edited here in the editing studio. Yeah.
Oh wow.
My experience with kind of media like this is that people, the creators kind of are the archivists. So
Yeah.
we've gotten some things in from Austin Public Television, but they've come from like the people that created the shows.
Gotcha.
And then I know we've got a little bit of stuff about the Austin Music Network, which used to be here too,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
But that was so much fun. I mean, obviously music videos don't exist anymore, but like,
Yeah.
that was so much
They do.
fun back then.
They do.
I was in a Key Glock video recently.
What's
Key
the
Glock.
Key Glock.
Key Glock.
Key Glock?
The rapper Key Glock. When I was
Yeah.
in when I was in
ATL.
Atlanta,
Like he sells keys and he's got a Glock?
he's cousins with Young Doc.
Young Dolph.
Dolph. Yeah.
R.I.P.?
Young Doc? What are you talking about?
But they still make music videos, is what I'm saying.
Oh.
He doesn't. Young Dolph's away, dude.
Well, he's dead.
So you have like an
Yeah, that's what I'm
archive of
saying.
Austin Music Network stuff?
Well, no, actually, that is at the Austin History Center, but we have some interviews related to it
Okay,
too.
okay.
So it's stuff comes to us from all different.
Do y'all work with
angles.
other groups like the Austin History Center?
Yeah, we actually have digitized most of their film.
Oh,
They have the
really?
ability to digitize video in house, but not film. So there's like 1940s, like a 1940s film about moving to Austin. That's
Oh
very
my
good.
God, I bet you it looks great.
Austin, the friendly city.
35
Whoa,
wasn't,
okay.
they didn't even build 35 yet, right?
Nah,
So
nah.
it's just like a road in the middle.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see that. That'd
Is
be
Willie
so
in that
cool.
one?
Nah, he's not that
My
old.
friend Aaron worked at the Austin History Center. Aaron Goldberg.
We are you talking about Willie Nelson?
Yeah.
We do have some great Willie Nelson news footage that we digitized recently, where after he got arrested for weed possession on
Oh,
tour.
okay. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Preview, because I think it's not online.
dear
yet.
It's not
Red-
online yet.
Okay.
Redhead
We'll keep
stranger.
watch for that one.
Yeah.
So, do you guys have like a YouTube channel, or where can people find this stuff?
TexasArchive.org is our full collection, and then we like segment things out and put them on YouTube or social media. But if you want to search everything, that's the
Go to
best
the
source is
website?
TexasArchive.org.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So no smut.
No, but-
They got it. They're just not.
Because
gonna
it's
tell you about
Texas, there's some weird people
That's a
out in the
different
old Texas,
website.
what
Yeah.
I'm talking about? They
Well,
got-
it's like I'm sure
what's
people,
this real?
people probably
That's
send it
grandma's real.
in.
Don't open that one up. Oh, okay,
I'm
so
sure
this
people
great.
probably like send it in or something, and like or even by accident sometimes, and
I
then
will
you
say
just
that
like
we have gotten things before. We just stop.
yeah,
we
you just
don't-
like stop.
we just stop. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, like part of this is what's kind of paying for the free digitization program, which I guess I haven't talked about yet. But part of the way we built this collection was by offering people free digitization for their collections, and that is supported by the Texas Film Commission. And
Oh, okay.
So it's there's some government dollars that are being expended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't get
can't-
too smutty.
No.
There's
Totally.
other websites for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
But I'm just saying, because
Go find RedTube,
a lot of
bro.
amateur filmmakers are creepy.
You and your
people
hemp
They
shoes.
could pay us.
Back
to
in my
digitize
day,
that.
back in
Oh,
the
yeah?
40s
Yeah.
and the 50s.
Yeah, when I worked at a vendor in Chicago, we definitely got stuff. But yeah, I think
yeah.
people vet it pretty well here in Texas
Yeah.
for this program.
Do you guys actually like take in people's footage and they pay you to digitize their stuff? Is that like something else that y'all do, or y'all strictly just do it for like nonprofit?
We primarily do the free digitization program, but if people are not from Texas or they have materials that aren't Texas related, we
Gotcha.
do transfers for a fee just to kind of raise money to support the archive. But it's
Gotcha.
it's one of those things that sometimes we won't take because we have so much work in the queue already.
Yeah, for
But-
sure. Okay. Well, it's just interesting because I didn't know if it was just all for the archive digitization, but
Did you?
Do y'all have like crazy old rodeo videos and stuff?
Oh, we definitely have rodeo footage.
Because like the rodeo is still kind of untamed, but like back in the 70s and 80s, man, like
Like the prison.
there'd be like a
rodeos?
4-year-old on a bull or something. It's crazy times, you know what I mean?
We
There's,
definitely
like,
have
no law.
prison rodeo footage
Nice.
from
Oh,
Huntsville,
wow.
and that's
Okay.
like one of when we started
The old
our
days.
TikTok channel. That was like one of the most popular videos.
Oh, wow.
oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Footage. People loved
The prison-
rodeo.
I've always wanted to go to
That's
one. It
early
always seems like
cowboys,
a
the
fun time.
romanticism.
Yeah,
with
you'll
the
go
bad
there
guy
one
in that
day.
movie.
Yeah.
He was like a prison rodeo
Maybe
guy.
one day.
What was the movie? It was shot in Austin, and it's
Fandango?
it's not Fandango. It's Henry Fonda and Susan St. James, and he's like in Huntsville, and he gets out, and I think there's a prison
yeah.
rodeo scene.
That's a stumper.
God
And
damn
It's
it.
not-
then
nah.
he comes to Austin and he records a record, and then there's like this chase that goes like through the Dobie and through downtown and stuff. It's
No
awesome.
way.
Outlaw Blues.
Outlaw Blues.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
I have not.
Oh.
The
should
oldest
watch that.
Chase
Austin
Through the
movie I've
Dobie,
ever
though? That's
seen, I
cool.
think, is Nadine.
Oh, Nadine.
Nadine?
I've seen Nadine.
Nadine's really good. It was
Kim
filmed
Basinger.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like one of her first movies when she was like real young.
The earliest one that I know of that is like more of a feature film is this film where it's like about World War II in Austin. Like the landscape is supposed to be Europe.
Oh, wow. Really?
Oh wow.
That's awesome
I
too.
cannot remember the name of it, but it something to death or something like that. But yeah, from
Yeah.
like the 50s or 60s.
That's hilarious
Dang.
in a weird way. Yeah. Oh, I love it.
But then also the earliest footage of Austin that we know of from 1911 is on the website.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Tilly, there's a street in Miller that's called Tilly. and
Yeah.
it's because the Tilly brothers were the first filmmakers.
Oh, okay.
And we don't know exactly what these things were. They were originally on 35, but they were probably nitrates. So the nitrate film is impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in,
So the family changed them to 16, and it's stuff that might be local newsreels mixed in with like family footage, but definitely Congress. There's horse and buggies,
Whoa.
dirt roads.
Did y'all show any of that at the anniversary party?
I think we did show a little bit of
Because
that.
I remember y'all saying
That's
something.
kinda
about-
awesome
That was
in a
cool.
way.
And they had the Batman movie was like filmed in Austin. They did the premiere and they were showing footage of that. That's
Oh
really
yeah,
neat.
the
Adam
Batman
West one.
66.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
one of our most popular films.
Yeah. And they had like
Gotcha.
what was the Bat Boat or something, right?
Like
Yeah.
they were there at the Paramount for the grand opening, right? Or not the grand opening, but
Yeah.
the premiere.
Yeah,
Some great
Oh, man,
interview
such a
footage.
Nice.
Cesar Romero was there.
Yeah.
In the footage, he's wearing like a white V-neck T-shirt with his like Joker makeup on, and he's.
Oh, wow.
around.
Yeah, I watched that one.
What?
Yeah.
And-
Cesar Romero is such a cool motherfucker.
Is that where he would like just paint over his mustache?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's so fun.
Nice.
Like I'm not shaving.
There's a lot of like, I would say sexual tension in that clip
Yes,
too. And
there
you
is.
might not
There you
realize
go,
this just
Rubin.
by watching it, but
Yeah.
the woman doing the interview was like the first woman on television in Austin. Her name was
Oh.
Jean Boone,
Okay.
and her sister was married to Zachary Scott. a
Yeah,
famous
yeah.
actor
Oh,
from
wow.
Austin, and
That's
then she
good.
divorced him and married John Steinbeck. So,
Oh.
so the interview is, she's interviewing him about the movie, but
Dude.
then they're just talking about like how
Random.
like they know each other, and she's rubbing his back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jean Boone is still out there. I tried to research her, and the only things I can find about her are things regarding like the estate of Steinbeck.
Oh, okay.
But if she is,
This
I would
is so
love to meet her.
crazy because
Yeah. She's
Steinbeck,
out here listening. Get
Steinbeck's
in
got a book
touch.
called Travels with Charlie, where he travels around the United States with his dog.
Mhm.
It's kind of like camping and whatever. And he talks about, he goes to Texas, and he's like, my wife's family is from Texas, but he doesn't say who they are.
Yeah.
And he was like, and Texas people are different. And he's like talks about Texas and all this stuff. And
That's
he's kinda-
funny.
He goes, I like it, but I also don't like it because they're so crazy down there, the pride and stuff. I don't know, it's real weird. I didn't know
What's
that's
this
who that
book?
was.
Yeah.
It's called Travels with Charlie.
Charles.
It's actually it's a really great read. It's just like he thought like people would recognize them and think no one recognized them at all.
I don't think I know what Steinbeck looks like.
No.
but I've definitely read
Mm.
But
several
he was
books.
back at the height of his Steinbeckness too. And he was just like I don't know, just went just around the country, kind of like just meeting people and just writing stories and stuff. It's a really interesting book. But yeah, he talks about Texas. But I didn't realize his wife family was, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was his second wife, and I think
Yeah.
part of the reason
Her-
that comes up in the news is because I think he left everything to her and maybe left his kids out of the will or something like
Oh,
that.
wow.
So that's why
Damn.
it's all
That's how you get in the news.
like coverage of lawsuits between
Yeah.
like the
Their
White
estates.
family. Yeah.
And his estate. Dang.
But yeah,
The
there's a lot of
Steinbeck wrote
drama.
East of Eden, which is also filmed here in Texas, down in
Oh yeah.
not Laredo. Is it Laredo down
I think
there?
it's
down-
Laredo, right?
No, it's that Marfa maybe.
Mm.
That's giant
that-
that you're thinking
No,
of.
Giant.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
about to
Giant's
say.
Marfa because you can go stay at the
Yeah.
hotel and stuff.
Yeah.
My bad, I get confused.
I love Giant,
Old.
dude. It's a great movie.
So with this job, do you just like love like the history of like just Texas in general, like just like because you just find all this like weird footage and like I guess you're like preserving history as well. So that's like kind of the fun part of it all too. Because a lot of this footage, I bet, just like gets lost. Because I know
Yeah.
like VHS, there's some movies that will never release on DVD or Blu-ray or anything because of like film rights or like music stuff. But it's cool like with y'all are like preserving something that maybe never been seen before.
Well, and a lot of the stuff we deal with, I guess the types of stuff, home movies, local television, industrial films, student films, amateur films. So a lot of stuff that maybe doesn't have like a dollar value. So there's no like economic imperative to digitize it and maintain it.
Yeah.
So we're trying to like kind of provide a space for those kinds of things to have life, because there's a lot of great information that you can get out of a home movie or
Definitely.
or a local television segment, which often those got thrown away too. So
Yeah.
so it's I love history, and it's awesome.
I mean, a lot of those old concerts, like from the '80s and like early '90s, weren't really recorded. So any kind of footage of that stuff is like so important right now, because a lot of like, especially a lot of the old Austin bands, like.
We have some stuff
Big
too.
Boys.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In front of the University Bicycle Co-op.
Yeah.
That's back when everybody was still at
Tim
West
Kerr
Campus.
was-
It was like college town.
Yeah, we
back
had
then.
Tim Kerr on the show.
drag.
Oh, cool.
And we
Yeah.
talked
He's
about that and
awesome.
stuff. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But also at the Fry brothers, who have amazing films,
Yeah.
Alan and Bob.
Yeah.
They made a lot of experimental films. My favorite is Keep Moving, which is this woman like doing jumping jacks in different locations in Austin.
Okay.
But they also filmed at Armadillo World headquarters. So there's like Frank Zappa, Devo.
Oh, wow.
No way.
Talking Heads, I
Dang.
think.
What?
And
Yeah.
then, also David Bowie in Dallas. On the
Whoa.
last tour.
Oh,
So
wow.
It's all
That's
silent,
wild.
right?
Yeah.
But you get to see kind of what that looks like and what that.
For sure.
Yeah, but that's like I said, there's only so much. I mean, because back then, like nowadays, everyone's got a camera, so it's whatever.
Yeah.
But back then, like nobody had anything.
That
like
would be really cool to see all that the Armadillo World Headquarters
Like what it
footage,
looks
like
like and
yeah,
stuff.
like when like
Stuff.
Towns Van Zandt and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like,
It's really dark.
I
In
mean,
that footage, so it's
Devo
hard
and
to
Talking
see.
Heads,
Yeah,
yeah,
like,
because the
okay.
lighting's terrible.
Yeah.
We do have some Towns footage though too. It's really cool. It's from the Austin. I'm gonna get the name wrong, but it's like the Austin Folk Music Association,
mhm.
and that footage is amazing. Of
Oh, wow.
him performing a concert.
Oh wow. Okay.
They had what's that? I'm gonna get this wrong. I'm gonna be quiet. No,
Ha-
in the '80s, they had like this concert like in the woods. Woodstock. It was called Woodstock.
I haven't seen anything of Woodstock, but if somebody has some.
All right. And it's like all these big boys and all of them, and it's actually the guys who did Woodstock ended up creating South by.
Oh wow. Okay.
Like, Woodstock was like their first like
Festival.
kind of venue, kind of like getting stuff together, you know.
Mm.
And they ended up causing, I mean, like I don't know, but it was called like, yeah, and it was just like out like on a ranch, and just like everybody was kind of swimming in the river and kind of like
I
band
wonder if
playing.
it's like that Carson Creek Ranch where they had Levitation,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
a
man, that was
couple
a good,
of years
yeah.
back or whatever.
They recently this
think-
weekend they did some kind of rave at
Over
the
there?
Cards Creek. Yeah.
Oh,
Now
okay.
it's like it's still like a venue that they like rent out to, like,
Nice.
festivals and
The
stuff.
raves are back.
Oh great.
Well,
I don't know. I know.
Jinko
I
jeans
know.
are back.
I know the young kids and the young kids like I work with. They're just like
Raving.
raving.
Mm-hmm.
They rave about it.
I don't
Yeah,
know much
dude.
about it. You know
Come
me. I'm
on,
old timey. I'm
raves.
just like, is that a groove?
Oh, I thought you were going
So-
for the whippet balloons.
How did y'all get involved with this?
I moved here to go to graduate school at UT. Before that, I worked at the Country Music Hall of Fame.
Oh wow.
It was really fun. I did like educational programming and concerts and film series.
Ooh.
But if you work in museums, it's kind of expected for you to have a graduate degree. So I decided to go to grad school here. And then while I was there, our founder, Caroline Frick, my first class was with her. And I don't know, I just kind of loved that class. I love thinking about media history. And then when I graduated, she had just gotten kind of the funding to do the Texas Film Roundup free digitization program and knew that I had that background. So
Okay.
we talked. And
How long has it been going on now?
since 2008. And so,
Oh, wow.
when I started, I was like the communications and education person, and now I'm the managing director. But like,
Okay.
it's an amazing organization, and I love my job. I mean,
That's awesome. That's so
When
awesome.
did you start?
I actually only started in December of last year.
Okay.
I relocated from Chicago actually for this job. Because my whole background previously was in film and video. Like I did my undergrad in CalArts in that, like studied analog film and video technology. Wasn't really thinking about how that I would apply that to my life.
That's so crazy though, because it's,
Yeah.
analog video is like already like a whole other.
It's a whole nother thing, and it's a very
Disappearing a little bit. Yeah.
It's disappearing because it's very like under supported, if that makes sense, since it's such a new technology, but the rate of obsolescence is so quick.
Yeah.
So it's kind of one of these things where you just kind of need to know like other like old heads in the field and get trained by them, and then train young people to keep doing it. So that's how it worked for me, where I had gotten trained by people that had been making like video art in the 1960s with like Namjoon Pike and building video synthesizers and
That's
stuff.
cool.
That's
Yeah,
so cool,
and
yeah.
like
That's
I was
crazy
just
stuff,
like,
yeah.
this is cool, like 19
Yeah.
and having a great time. And then eventually like, worked in media, started when I moved to Chicago, started working at a digitization vendor there, and then started working with a lot of archivists that were working for cultural institutions and outsourcing their media collections to us. And then, like Elizabeth, kind of learned that you do need a graduate degree to do this work more formally. So I ended up going to grad school at UIUC for a library and information science degree, processing like film collections there in their archive for someone named Perry Miller Adato, which was like a independent documentary filmmaker in the 80s, and then interviewed with Tammy and came out here for it.
That's
So,
awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
Ari is just a great
Welcome,
addition. Her knowledge of video is just awesome. Like I think we've had great people kind of in the similar roles through the years, but we've never had somebody with as much video expertise.
I feel like you have to have the
Thank you.
passion for it to really like do it well. Like
Yeah.
me and Julian, we did a tour of y'all's place, and so this big machine. It's like a room
yeah.
with this big, like wasn't it-
Y'all's film digitized.
What is it? What was
like-
this? The name
Oh,
of
the
the
laser
machine?
graphics.
Yeah, the
Oh,
laser
yeah.
graphics.
Rosebud.
Yeah.
Rosebud. They named the machine Rosebud.
Yeah.
It's so. I
It's
love it.
so amazing.
But it was so interesting, like the process of like how to like convert all these like different formats of video into like a digital thing.
Yeah,
and
for
anybody
sure.
can do it, right? Like anybody can submit the
for the free program, yeah,
yeah.
anyone with Texas related materials. So that
Yeah.
can be shot by a Texan of Texas, or
It just has to be shot by a
so,
Texan.
so we're in the clear.
topically
Yeah, we're
about
good.
Texas.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
pretty
okay.
loose.
Sit in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right, we
Y'all
got.
are
I was
gonna be
like,
getting
can we
some-
shoot a whole movie and then bring it to y'all and have y'all digitize it?
I recently
We
bought a
could.
Super 8 camera, and the film's really expensive. But I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be so cool. And then so I definitely gonna once I like play around with it and get the film like digitize it, I'll bring it to y'all.
Yeah, definitely
That'd
bring
be
it
cool.
to us.
Definitely.
And it's not smut, I promise.
I didn't
I
say
don't
it was
know.
smut.
Yeah,
I love
Joey is just smut.
I love the footage of Old Barton Springs too that y'all showed. That people can go check that out. It's like kind of cool to see the tree there. That's not there
Oh,
anymore.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the one that just
Oh.
R.I.P.
cut
the
down
one
the
that
tree.
had he got a sickness, right? This tree had a sickness.
They
Yeah,
can't
he's down with the
What was
sickness.
change Zilker. It's the heart of the whole city. You know what I mean? Like you can't put amphitheaters and garages.
It already has an amphitheater.
They took away the train.
What it
the,
needs is a Zephyr.
the Zephyr.
It does
Bring
need a
back the
Zephyr
Zephyr.
once again.
From Rubin's rants. They're bringing it back.
We have footage of some politician writing that for. That's another Bananas collection. The Headliners Club. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but it's a club of like journalists here in Austin, and it's in the top of the Chase buildings. It's a private club.
Oh wow.
But we
Ooh.
have the collections of some people that were members of that club in the 50s and 60s, and they made all these really ridiculous like films
Oh.
with legislators doing weird things. There's a thing with Sarah Weddington, the woman from who argued Roe versus Wade,
Oh, okay.
and like a politician's wife and two other women, and they're in this Greek restaurant. And this is a little smutty, actually. And they're being served by men in just like kind of
Aprons.
no,
Oh.
like, they're
Loincloth?
no, yeah, basically kind of like that. Like they
Whoa.
just have very minimal, and the women are all kind of shocked, and like they're asking them about like what they think of this concept and things like that.
Is this a
Interesting.
restaurant or was this a special
They served
for hire catering situation?
Yeah,
Yeah, I told you Old Austin was wild.
LeBear.
Yeah, it's the man.
Do you have any footage of Chain Drive?
Oh no,
Hmm.
Chain Drive's not around anymore, right?
No.
No.
It's like a mystery now.
What was that?
Educate us, Rubin.
Yeah.
Chain Drive was it's unfortunately the reason why Rainy Street got, because it was like a little bar in the neighborhood, but it was like all houses back then and apartments. And because that, they got the mixed use and they created Rainy Street. But but Chain Drive was I guess a leather bar.
It was one of the 3 bars in Austin that I know of. Where in the ladies' room, the 2 toilets are next to each other with no divider.
Yikes.
Hole in the wall.
Hole in the
also.
wall.
Yeah,
And then, Cezanne, Mexican restaurant on Lamar.
really?
I don't know. That was I haven't been
Back in
there
the day.
a long time.
Hopefully they
Wow.
change that.
I always thought that was funny.
I forgot about that.
And yeah, it was like I guess it was a harder kind of like a club for
Dive bar.
yeah
Gay
What an
bar.
awesome patio.
yeah. Well, one patio was
Okay.
for
Something like you
It
asked
was
for
a
Still
cultural
good.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
old Austin. But it was
Do you have
great.
like a lot of like documentarians like going through the footage and like asking out for stuff? Because I feel like you have so much like of just like random stuff that if somebody really like was like hyper focused on a certain topic that you would have access to, like especially like they're doing like old news or something because you have old weatherman footage and stuff like that.
Yeah, we have a collection from KPRC Houston, and it's all of like the stuff they would have shot on film or video from 1960 through 2010. It takes up a room that's probably like 10 times as big as this room, and it's
Oh my
like packed
gosh.
floor to ceiling. And so we are able to sometimes pull things from that, but we have been, we worked on some of it and have it on the website. We're working on grants to try to fund digitizing more, but true crime is kind of like our
Oh yeah, for like
Oh.
podcasts
Patron.
too.
Yeah.
People can,
Yeah.
like because we have like the
Well, you have the
yogurt
old
shop-
news stories. You
Yeah.
have like
Well,
Yeah, it
eyewitness
can be
accounts,
really
people were
disturbing
trying to
figure
to
out.
go through these.
For sure.
So if you look at any documentaries, some of them we're not allowed to talk about if we were involved. But if you
Yeah.
look at any
Yeah.
documentaries that have come out recently about crime in Texas,
Mhm.
you'll probably find some footage.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Okay.
that's so cool. Yeah, because like the yogurt shop murders, like
Or
but you'll have like
even-
old film footage of that. Like,
I was
have
gonna
some stuff
ask.
related
to Yeah.
Do you guys have anything related to the murder of the leader of the American Atheist Society here in Austin?
Oh,
There's
the
a-
I
woman-
forgot her name. Yeah, I forgot her name.
We
They
have
haven't sent it
an
yet.
interview with her.
Okay.
I don't think we have anything
And-
related to the murder, but we
Yeah.
have footage of her.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mary, Margaret.
she doesn't know what the
Something. She was a mean lady. I forgot her name. But yeah, no, like, it's like true crime. I love true crime. I'm a Forensic Files fiend, so that is
Oh.
my.
I didn't know
Wow,
that
I didn't know
about you.
that.
Oh, wow.
Forensic File Fiend is
Wow.
I used to
Triple
fall
F.
asleep to
Triple
Forensic
F.
Files. I used to watch Forensic Files to go to bed. Like
That was my mom and I's Sunday morning activity was watching
Sunday morning.
Forensic Files. I
No
was like
church,
12
no
years old, like,
church.
noted.
What's the one you call
Yeah,
it?
no
Dateline?
church.
No church,
Yeah.
Forensic Files.
hell yeah. That I wish my mom was like that. We'd actually
No,
go
you
to church.
Because then she was like, "See that, Eddie? That's what's gonna
I
happen
haven't
to
seen
you."
the.
You didn't go
I
to
haven't
church?
seen the made-for-TV movie about the girl that got killed here in Austin.
Which
I
one?
haven't seen it yet.
Did it come
Like-
out?
it's
Did
like
it come out
Lifetime,
recently?
right?
The one who they stole her baby from her stomach.
Oh.
Oh shit.
No,
They-
they didn't steal it from her stomach. She'd already had the baby.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
my bad.
stole her baby, right?
Well,
Yeah.
the baby got stolen.
Baby got stolen.
They made a movie like the Hallmark or Lifetime or one of them.
The taking of baby and whatever the baby's name is.
So that would be the thing, like my not guilty pleasure, but I love a Lifetime movie.
Yes. Yeah.
Not as into true crime, but I love I love it.
The
when
one
it's,
with Rob Lowe.
oh,
I forgot what that one was.
Most recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to watch the movie; just watch the trailer.
Oh, okay.
The bad makeup and wig is good enough.
Will Ferrell
Yeah.
did like a parody one with Kristen Wiig, and like they acted like they play it straight, but as like it's a really good one. I forget what it's called, but yeah, that's a good one. And then like any of like the rip from the headlines movies are always great. Like
Oh yeah.
What
This
about
is
the
a
KFC one.
oh,
KFC.
KFC Lifetime movie.
yeah, they did a KFC Lifetime movie.
Mario Lopez was the
Oh,
Colonel.
oh,
Oh,
I do
wow.
remember that.
Forgot about the sexy
Yeah.
colonel.
I love that he's come back.
Well, I love
Me
how
too.
even KFC in like the last like 5 years with their like commercials, they keep like switching the
It was
Colonel.
Norm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was Reba.
Reba, yeah.
yeah.
Reba.
Jim Gaffigan. Was,
Jim Gaffigan, that was my favorite.
Did y'all
That
get a
was
lot
my
of
favorite.
commercials? Like
Oh yeah, we've got great commercials, primarily from Dallas. So I think when people, when you're in Austin and you're in the middle of like all the filmmaking that's going on here, you kind of forget that Dallas was like the center of filmmaking for Texas in
Yeah.
like, the 40s and 50s and 60s
For sure.
with all their all the advertising work that was happening there. So yeah, like Hagar, Slacks, and
what Mattress Man? What's the famous like Mattress
We-
Man?
That's in Houston.
we
Oh,
have
Houston,
one
okay.
mattress. We
Mattress
have
Mac.
one Mattress Mac thing. I
Okay.
believe. But yeah, Doritos, early Doritos
Whoa.
stuff,
Dude,
Lone Star beer.
Yeah, because Frito-Lay started out there in
Dallas?
the Dallas thing.
Munchos.
Dr. Pepper?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's Dick Clark, and he's drinking Dr. Pepper hot.
Oh, what?
Yeah, like people
That
drink
was
it
the
hot.
original
What?
way
Yeah,
that they were trying to market
Like
it.
if you go to the Dr. Pepper Museum in Waco,
You can get one.
they have Dr. Pepper mugs and you can get it hot.
What is this? What happened to your hair there? I was like,
It flipped up.
your
dude.
little boy came out.
Like a little baby Huey.
Hey,
thing?
people are listening to this, all right?
No, but they would have seen that little.
They'll
Like,
see it on the footage.
That was so cute.
Let's get back to these commercials.
sorry.
Yes, I forgot about
There's so many great commercials. You don't really.
I mean,
like,
Austin's, I guess, to be like Scott Elder, the dealer
Yeah.
for the people.
I was like, do you have like
the
early
world famous-
2000s like Austin ads?
Not that I recall, but
Okay.
honestly, like
There's probably
I will
so
find
many.
it.
There's so many
Yeah.
things.
Sounds
I
like
will
we gotta
find
collect
Scott
all the
Elder
Scott
for you.
Elder
There
ads.
probably are some in the Ramon Galindo collection.
Oh, okay.
So he was a magician, auteur,
Nice.
All right.
veteran, tailor, business owner, like
Business leader. Yeah.
business
Jack
leader,
of all
did
trades.
everything, jack of all
Renaissance
trades.
man.
And
Renaissance.
he has some recordings from TV where there's got to be some old Austin commercials buried in there, I'm
Sweet.
sure. But the problem is that we have like boxes and boxes and boxes
Yeah.
of his tapes, and all of them are like 6 hours long.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
So we're gonna need a lifetime of support and work
Yeah.
to get those
So, what do you
digitized.
think about that? Like, I mean, obviously, people don't do that anymore, but there was people they would just record this like live TV, like in the.
Oh,
like,
when my grandfather lived in this retirement community called Kamloo that's over there by the Papados.
Okay.
okay, yeah.
And someone died, and I got a laundry basket full of their tapes, and it was all stuff that they had recorded off TV. And
Oh,
it was
nice.
awesome because it was like old commercials and old stuff. I loved it.
People
early
would do that
2000s
back in the
TV.
old days. It's
Yeah.
like a weird
Yeah,
thing. Like
there's
just
a-
record it, like just put it in, record the whole night of TV. And then
Bootleg.
Yeah, there's a pretty notable librarian. I'm so bad with remembering names, but I think Library of Congress has her whole collection now where she did that.
She did like for years. I
for
know you're talking about that
years.
lady.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
I mean,
I
it's,
should know her name.
you
I
know,
don't know anyone's name.
you think about it, it's like 100 years from now, people will refer to that collection to see what TV looked like.
True.
Yeah.
And I mean, Caroline, our executive director right now, is working on these like national initiatives to basically preserve television history, because
Gotcha.
that's a lot of it was filmed on something called like 1-inch tape.
Yeah.
So it's literally just like a huge piece of magnetic tape
Yeah.
on a big reel. But the problem with that is that they degrade super
Super bad,
fast. So as you can imagine, the need to digitize them is pretty pertinent.
That's so
He talks about
crazy,
that a
yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
Like he's a big component of like keeping film alive and like
preserving
a lot of
it.
those old films are like just deteriorating.
Yeah.
And it's like
So it's like almost like a ticking time clock to
Yeah.
like get it.
Yeah, a lot of old,
recorded.
like old movies are even like
yeah.
lost forever because they never got digitized.
Yeah, well, it's like, or even
Yeah.
films that like they just have an old reel and they like, you know, the studio has it, but then they don't like make another master copy. So then, you know, when they try to,
The Polish
it's
guy.
deteriorated.
And a lot of old films were also shot on nitrate, which
Yeah.
combusted. So like 70% they estimate of like early silent films in the U.S. are just gone because
Damn.
there used to be
Whoa.
warehouse fires all the time, and
Yeah.
they would just
They-
store them
yeah.
in New York City
They
in the
just go
heat.
up.
Well,
Yeah, warehouses would just burn up.
that was like even
Yeah.
it wasn't super recently, but like with after like 2010, since 2010, even Universal Studios had like a major fire in their storage buildings, and they lost like, I mean, it was like music catalogs, films, and like a bunch of different things that like all went up in flames because they just had them there forever, and then it's old buildings and stuff.
The Ark of the Covenant was back there full.
On film?
Yes.
If you get a chance to, I would search on YouTube for nitrate film underwater because it creates its own oxygen, so it just continues to burn. Like if they put it underwater, it's pretty
Whoa,
crazy.
really? Have you guys ever done that in real life?
No, we actually have talked about it.
And film
I think Caroline actually proposed to Tim League that we do some event at the Alamo where we set nitrate on fire.
What?
That would be cool.
But I think we would get in so much trouble. You're
Yeah.
not really even supposed to have it, I think, within.
Do it outside.
Yeah,
you
because
know?
it's too flammable.
The Rolling Road show, you know?
Yeah.
What happened? Well, the nitrate, you know.
Yeah, and then a gust of wind comes,
Yeah.
and then you set all the Alamo on fire.
That was like,
We are in a however many year drought.
yeah,
right.
man, it's too much. It was a great plan until we destroyed half of South Austin. Yeah.
How many collections do you guys have? Like different collections do you guys have? And then like, do you guys have like an estimate of how much like archived footage, like in terms of like length and time, on how much like footage you guys have, like hours of footage?
That's
Millions
hard because
of
everything.
Yeah, millions.
Well, you can have somebody with a 6-hour videotape or somebody with a 3-minute 8mm film. But
Yeah.
we've digitized, I think, nearing 60,000 films and videos.
Wow.
Since the project started.
Dang.
And then I think the number of people that have participated and brought in collections is in the thousands.
Okay.
I think the low thousands, but in the thousands. And then we've worked with several hundred libraries, archives, businesses, things like that. To
Gotcha.
do materials too. So
How many like is there like a large amount of just individual people that bring y'all like large collections? Like is it like and are those some of your bigger collections, or are they kind of like smaller in comparison to like what an archive would bring you or like a library?
So we have some program limits, and that's just to kind of make sure that like
You guys can actually do it.
we can get things back to, because we do have like a wait on this. Sometimes it can take up to a year. So like
Okay.
we have to regulate that by having some kind of parameters to it. We've changed those over the years. We actually started to take more video because we have more video capacity this last year.
Okay.
Whereas the year before we were only taking 10, now we're taking 20.
Okay.
And then I think film, it was open-ended when we first started, and we were like, oh, we can't maintain this. So we had to like kind of figure that out. But 50 films are 3,500 feet. But people can pay to digitize it if they want to, more than that, and we try to work with people like
they
Yeah.
can resubmit.
Are
the
they all
next
pack rats?
cycle.
if you can convince us it's like really really interesting, maybe.
Yeah. Right. Shouldn't you like
I
a
mean,
whole?
everybody
email?
that have all
Well,
this film has got to be pack rats, right?
That's what happened with the supposed Charles Whitman collection that turned out not to be a Charles Whitman collection.
Oh
Is
my
that
God, that's
someone had
scary.
convinced. Was it Caroline that they convinced that? Yeah, someone convinced Caroline that they had footage of Charles Whitman and their original Boy Scout troop and yada yada, and we digitized I don't know how many feet of footage and none of it. It was still beautiful 16mm Boy Scout footage, but it was just not Charles Whitman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which,
That's kind of like the discovery.
Well, he's the
aspect
famous
of
one.
this,
Yeah, he's the one we
right?
wanted. Yeah.
Because most people don't know what they have. Like, say you picked something up at an estate sale, or you were going through your grandparents' house, and you find this box of films, and maybe it says like Easter 1970.
Yeah, so
but,
that's the
like,
great thing about the job is like it's always a mystery, I guess. So
Yeah.
you never know what you're gonna find.
yeah.
It's
We
like
had-
so and so's wedding,
maybe
so and so's
murder.
anniversary.
A lot of weddings, anniversaries.
Smut.
Murder.
The wedding night.
I remember early on we had a film that was labeled Elvis, and I got really excited, and it was a dog named Elvis.
Oh, that damn dog.
Since then we do have 2 home movies of Elvis performing now. One
Oh,
in
really?
Astrodome and one in Abilene.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Okay.
What
Oh
was the
shit,
one-
that Abilene's got to be real early.
Yeah, I know.
Oh no, it's all 60s, 70s.
Oh,
yeah.
never mind.
Or late 60s, early 70s.
Okay.
I
'cause
think,
I know
He's
they
a little
did that-
chubby in the suit
he
by
did
then.
He did that one real early tour of West Texas, like in the late 50s. Like, I don't know, it's like kind
Were
of
you
world
there?
famous. No, I saw a little documentary about it, and like
He was a baby.
Buddy Holly was there, Roy Orbison was there, like Waylon, like every single person who became a musician, like in that area, like went to every one of those Elvis, like all 5 of them, like it was like Midland, Abilene.
Yeah, they talk about it in that
Lubbock,
documentary
Amarillo.
on
I think
HBO.
was Colleen on there too. We have some interviews
Yeah,
with the guy.
I'm not 100% sure. It's like this,
from
it's like a
Killeen.
little baby tour of these small towns, but he was right before he blew up, and like everybody changed, like Buddy Holly and all of them
That's
were there,
fun.
like every night. It's like, you know what? Roy Orbison went to Memphis because Elvis like, drive out to Memphis, man, come see me, and he did it. Like that's how crazy like all that stuff happened on that tour. Sorry,
Damn.
that's Texas history, y'all.
Do y'all have any future events coming up or anything we should know
we are
about?
pretty
East.
quiet right now.
Okay.
But I think always just follow us on social. It's at Texas Archive, or join our email list on the website so we can keep you informed. And we're not taking in films for the roundup right now. We just finished for October, but that's the best way to find out when we're going to open that up again too. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You want to do some Christmas reels?
Oh, always. I made a Christmas reel one time, and I put Roger Miller's what's the Roger Miller Christmas song? I'm blanking on it. Also a Texan though, and I made myself cry.
Oh my god!
I edited a film, and I was like in tears while I was watching it. It was so beautiful.
If you have a lot of cat videos, I'll get me teared up.
Santa coming.
Yeah.
Santa's coming to town.
Elvis, that dog, Elvis.
Can I pet that dog?
That dog,
An
Elvis.
amazing gif of this kid just like rubbing this cat's face. So
Aw.
look for that on our Giphy channel.
Oh, poor kitty. Well, I guess any other. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
keep doing the Lord's work, and hopefully one day I'll say your name right. Texas.
Where can we find you on socials?
Oh.
You just said it.
Oh, you said it.
Oh, and we're on most of the platforms. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Is Twitter still a thing? I don't know.
Twitter. It's X.
No.
X.
X.
And then, like I said, I keep pushing the Giphy channel, but it is like really, really fun. There's like amazing things on there, and it's the way that the most people have interacted with our collections.
Oh,
like,
really?
200 million people,
Oh.
like a month,
Whoa.
Wow.
like,
Wow.
are, like,
Damn.
looking at these things. So it's kind
Wow.
of crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy how far that goes.
Mhm.
Who knows if they understand what we do or whatever, but
Yeah.
they're enjoying the content at least.
For sure. For sure. Hopefully
Yeah,
it'll
you
like
have
bring
like
them in.
endless content that you can just like put out there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because the Instagram's great because y'all have all that old stuff and you're always talking about cool stuff. So check them out on the Instagram,
Yes.
the YouTube.
Moon
Oh.
Towers.
YouTube,
Moon
yeah.
Towers. Moon Towers.
We've got some Moon Tower footage.
I love it.
Ooh, of them being put up, that'd be great.
There's Moon Tower footage up. There's like a little segment in a film about Austin.
Okay.
What
Is
is
that-
that film called? It's from the 60s.
The Austin.
Moon Towers.
What's the murderer? The
The axe murder.
servant girl.
Oh, that was before I think film. Wasn't
Yeah,
that like
Yeah,
18?
It was 18, like late. But that's why they built the Moon Towers, so people could walk around at night. Originally,
Jack
'cause
the Ripper.
He was the servant girl murderer of like the late 18. I don't know. They say it's Jack the Ripper.
No.
It was a rumor.
I
Yeah.
saw in some newspaper articles from that time where people were worried like their vegetables would grow to be like too big or something because of
What?
all the light.
Oh, really? These moon towers are going up.
Man, people always complaining. I love it.
Change is scary.
That's true.
Well, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
It's
This
great
was
having
awesome.
y'all.
Definitely.
you.
Thank
Thank
you
you
guys.
so much, guys.
Is there smoke in here?